What's going on YouTube? You're watching Fixed by Shaq, and in today's tutorial I've got in here a Samsung Galaxy A55 and I'm gonna be showing you how to actually fix your Samsung Galaxy or any Android device if it's not turning on. In my case I've got in here this Galaxy device, but if you've got a different device, do not worry, this tutorial should work for you as well. Hey, my name is Shaq, and in this channel I help you fixing tech related issues, so if you're into tech content, consider subscribing here to the YouTube channel. In today's video we've got a very common problem, which is simply having your device not turning on, which can be due to various factors. Okay, for example, it's not turning on, it might be because something has happened to the phone, like a hardware issue, a software issue, or it might be the case, which is the most common, of having your charger simply not delivering the proper watts into your device. So in today's video I'll be showing you a couple steps so you can follow in order to fix the problem that you've got on your device. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the tutorial. So starting here from the very first step, what I would recommend you guys to do is to actually double check your charger. Okay, now you might be having, for example, your screen black, you might be stuck on the Samsung logo by turning it on, it might be rebooting, or you might be seeing, for example, that charging circle in here, but that doesn't even get filled. Okay, it might be the case that it's just empty and it's not charging. So first things first, double check your charger. For example, in my case I've got in here this pretty old USB Type-C cable and I've got this dock right here. So what you want to do is try connecting a different cable from somebody else into your same dock, see if it charged differently, or replace the dock, connect a different dock into your same cable, and try to see if your phone starts charging and eventually turning on. Now you want to keep it connected to your device for 15 to 20 minutes to double check that it's actually getting enough juice to turn it on. Now if this fix doesn't help the problem that you've got, we're moving into the next step, but this is very important just to ensure that the problem doesn't lie on our charger before moving into a much advanced way of solving the problem. So here we go, moving into the next step. What we need to perform is simply a forced restart. This is so easy. All you need to do is simply press and hold the side key or the power key along with the volume down key for a couple seconds until you see the Samsung logo twice here on your device. This is how it goes. I'm pressing and holding volume down along with the side key. Here we go. First Samsung logo, keep on pressing. First logo vanished, second appeared. As soon as it appears, you're going to release the keys and let your Samsung device turn on. Now, if this doesn't fix the problem that you've got, do not worry, simply move into the next step. But it's important for you to understand if it gets any sort of light or if it shows any signal of being alive. A signal of being alive can be the Samsung logo, can be, for example, the charging sign over there. But if it simply doesn't show anything, that means that the phone is completely empty, okay, and that's probably not a good sign. If that's the case, make sure you keep your phone charging or connected to the charger for much longer to see if it at least gets a bit of charge to try turning on. Now, if it still doesn't turn on, what I would recommend you guys to do is to actually get a laptop. This is important. You need to have a laptop. It can be a Windows computer. If it's a Windows, much better. In my case, I've gotten here, for example, a MacBook computer, but do not worry, this works on any device that you've got. So what you want to do is simply connect the USB cable into your computer, make sure it's turned on, and then connect the USB or the Type-C cable in this case into your Samsung Galaxy device. Now make sure that your Samsung Galaxy device is turned off, right? And then you want to simply turn it on by simply pressing and holding the side key along with the volume up to actually bring your phone into the recovery menu right here, which is a much advanced menu that allows us to manage a few settings here on our device. This is how it goes. Pressing and holding volume up along with the side key. Okay, once you see the Samsung logo, you're gonna release the keys and let your iPhone get into the recovery menu. So here we go, this is how your recovery menu should look like. We've got in here a couple options in here, and then we do not have the ability to use the touch screen. So over here, we can only give commands by using the keys or the buttons in here. Okay, so by tapping on volume down, you'll be actually moving the options down you'll be selecting the options downwards, and by tapping on volume up, it will be going up each time you tap on the volume up. And then to select or simply tap on OK to select a specific option or to give an order to our device, like hey, execute this command, simply tap on key and it's going to execute the selected command. So what you want to search for is simply the command known as reboot system now. In my case, it's the first one in here, but in your case, depending on your device model, it might be in the middle or at the end. So what you want to do is simply scroll down or navigate all the way to reboot system now and then tap on the side button to actually run that command, okay? So in my case, since it's the first one, I'll simply tap on side button to actually reboot my system now. Now make sure that you select reboot system now and not reboot to bootloader, okay? It's important to maintain reboot system now and then tap on the side key. Here we go. So once that happens, your phone will immediately reboot, or in other words, restart, and you'll be able to see the Samsung Galaxy logo in here. All you need to do is wait for a couple seconds, and I hope your device turns on. Okay, here we go. We've got powered by Android. Let's wait for a couple more seconds. Now, this should fix the problem that you've got, and if it doesn't fix, please leave a comment down below, and I'll make sure I get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for watching Fixed by Shaq, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.